Coming up on Our World, President Biden working to fulfill a campaign promise on the legalization of marijuana, what this move could mean to thousands of convicted felons. Plus, how smart engineering and solar panels are keeping the lights on in one hurricane-ravaged community. And we'll show you how one detective is using her moves to spread love, acceptance, and community. Welcome to Our World. I'm Ricky Cornish. The U.S. may be moving toward the federal decriminalization of marijuana. President Biden is using his pardon power for all prior federal offenses of simple marijuana possession. The announcement marks Biden's reckoning with the impact of the 1994 crime legislation that increased arrest and incarceration rates for drug crimes in the Black and Latino community. The Advocate Channel's Chris Wynn has the latest from the nation's capital.
No one should be in jail just for using or possessing marijuana.
President Joe Biden is moving toward decriminalizing marijuana. He's pardoning people convicted of simple possession at the federal level. He's encouraging governors to do the same for state offenses, and he's ordering a review of whether marijuana should be a Schedule I narcotic. The Controlled Substance Act classified it that way in 1970.
This has been on the book saying marijuana is the equivalent of heroin. That it has no medical use, that it's highly addictive, that it's worse, according to scheduling, than cocaine and fentanyl.
Some say those steps are long overdue and a way for Biden to keep a campaign promise. Others say
Joe is rolling out a political Hail Mary.
The announcement comes about a month before the midterms and right after OPEC Plus announced oil production cuts starting in November. Those could increase U.S. gas prices and hurt the broader economy.
Joe Biden, he just doesn't want to talk about any of it.
Already 19 states and Washington, D.C. allow recreational marijuana use for those over 21, and most permit it for health reasons.
Cannabis can help treat pain. That is not an opinion. That is a consensus now by the big academies of science.
It just addresses the cannabis contradiction that exists with this disconnect we have between federal and state law. It rights a wrong.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
The Reverend Al Sharpton says the action will give countless Americans their lives back. The Department of Justice is working to devise a process to send certificates to those who have been pardoned. Work is underway to rebuild in Florida after Hurricane Ian disseminated entire neighborhoods. Thousands are still without power, but one community hit directly by the storm came out barely with a scratch. The Advocate Channel's Bill Weir explains why.
When Hurricane Ian brought gusts over 150 miles an hour, much of the power grid in its path did not stand a chance. Look at that. And thanks to 2 feet of rain, even communities miles from the storm surge could not escape life-altering floods. But even as whitecaps ripped across the lake in Anthony Grande's backyard, he was chilled out in front of the TV.
You know, that's one of the things I said to my wife when we were sitting there watching TV. I'm like, I don't have any fear right now.
Anthony and the 2,000 families around him never lost power and did not flood because they live in Babcock Ranch, a community about 15 miles from Fort Myers, which is 100% solar powered.
I even held on to my generator, not knowing what was really going to happen. So my wife was like, get rid of it. I'm like, no, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not doing it. That's how we go through the test. And this was the test.
This was the test.
This was a big test.
And now you can let go of the generator.
I did. I gave it to a friend.
Jennifer Langwell was nervous during the storm because with a PhD in civil engineering, she helped design this place.
I literally got my construction drawings out and I looked at the wind load that my house was designed to, and I looked at my finished floor elevation, and I looked at the road elevation, and I just mentally was crunching numbers because I was like, this is going to be bad.
And it was. But their interconnected lakes and protected wetlands saved them from flooding. And the 700,000 solar panels in their 150 megawatt array all held solid. I always assumed that solar panels and hurricanes don't mix, that it would turn them into projectiles. But you didn't lose any, or?
No, that's the beautiful thing about engineering, right? Is that you understand the wind loads and you understand the stress and the strain and you design to that.
This place is the brainchild of Sid Kitson, an NFL offensive lineman turned developer who bought a massive cattle ranch, sold most of it to Florida as a nature preserve, and set out to build the cleanest, most resilient town in America.
Here's the elementary school. We have a field house over there, which is now housing people. There's a shelter.
I guess it's fitting that the mascot of Babcock High are the Trailblazers.
Everything's very well thought out here.
I gotta say, my heart still breaks. I feel a little guilty leaving the damage, but it's a relief to come to a place unscathed like this.
Yeah, we're feeling the guilt too, being
Are
out
ya?
here. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've certainly got it really good out here.
It's unfortunate to feel guilty about it. I feel relieved that we're not adding to what first responders have to deal with, and that we're able to help the community. So we have people here making meals. We're taking in laundry from sheriffs and firefighters that are in from out of town. Because we were resilient, because we were durable, we're able to help in that way.
So yeah, there's the Tesla batteries. Never had to use them.
For those people who say, oh, if you want to live a sustainable lifestyle, you gotta live in a yurt and eat straw and walk to work, this is kind of a counter to that argument. You're not lacking for comfort.
No. The 21st century, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
It's here. The technology's here. We just need to get everybody on board.
Right.
So and make it affordable for everybody to get on board.
In case you missed that number, Babcock Ranch has 750,000 solar panels. A Seattle detective is going beyond the call of duty by changing the lives of young people with the game of chess. With her kindness and encouragement, she uses the game to show kids in her community that they can achieve more than they ever dreamed. The Advocate Channel's Natasha Chen has more.
How you guys doing?
Denise Bolden goes by Detective Cookie.
Don't judge me, but I don't know how to play chess.
That's okay. I can teach you.
Teach me.
Known for her weekly chess club.
I want you to act, not react.
And for bringing sunshine to the Seattle rain.
I love to dance.
The former model and Soul Train dancer grew up on the south side of Chicago and saw how police harassed her brothers.
Make them get on the ground, search them, and then they just leave. No explanation.
But she also remembers a kind officer at school.
We could come to him and talk to him just about anything.
She has now modeled his community spirit and trust, rising to the rank of detective, serving Seattle Police's youth outreach program.
You are welcome here.
She mainly works the Rainier Beach neighborhood, designated in 2010 as the country's most diverse zip code based on U.S. Census data. She plays with kids, helps them find jobs, pays for groceries, gives out her cell phone number.
Someone would text me and say, this is the name of the person who did it.
Yet her boldest move, starting a chess club in 2006. When neighborhood children first asked her, she couldn't really play.
Actually, I beat you in a chess game.
I put restrictions on myself. I said that I wasn't smart enough to play chess.
But she quickly learned.
Life is like chess. If you're not careful with what you're doing, it's going to catch up with you. There's going to be consequences.
Chess wasn't an easy sell to all children.
One kid raised his hand. He said, I don't play chess because chess is for smart people. Another kid raised his hand. I don't play chess because chess is for white people.
But she showed them how to think beyond stark black and white terms.
You could threaten me with this, but then I'm going to take the threat away. There's another better move for you.
Jabril Hassan joined her chess club when he was a teen.
I had like behavior problems with my parents. They had to take me out of school.
But Detective Cookie set him on a path to college.
She really changed my life.
He studied criminology because of her and is now a professor at Bellevue College and Seattle University.
If Detective Cookie were a chess piece, which one would she be?
Detective Cookie for me is the queen on the chess board because she has invested interest in the protection of community. She just happened to be a police officer. She's actually like a teacher. She's actually like a social worker.
So revered, a chess park has now opened in her name.
It's a dream come true. Check. Everybody plays chess every day, no matter what you're doing. You got to make a move. You got to make a decision.
Natasha Chen, CNN, Seattle.
Pride.com is making history with its first digital cover featuring the stars of the original series High School. The new streaming series is based on the best-selling memoir of the musicians Tegan and Sarah Quinn. Go to Pride.com for the full feature article on this historic cover shoot and exclusive behind-the-scenes footage. Thank you so much for joining us on Our World. The Advocate channel is streaming now on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and Android TV. You can also download our app on your Android or the Apple Store.